When most people imagine predators in the Amazon, they picture something simple. A jaguar on a riverbank, maybe a big snake in a tree, teeth and claws in a wall of green. The real picture is much stranger. The Amazon is not only full of hunters, it is full of weird solutions to the same problem: how to catch something that does not want to be caught. Some animals turn black water into camouflage. Some treat the forest canopy like a three-dimensional hunting ground. Some hunt in packs along rivers, and some do not rely on muscle at all, but on electricity, venom, or stealth. In this video, we will look at 7 of the most unique predators of the Amazon. Not just the strongest or the most famous, but the ones that show how creative nature can be when it comes to finding and catching prey, from giant reptiles and powerful birds to a small insect and a bat that feeds in a way almost no other mammal does. The first predator on this list is the black caiman, the hidden heavyweight of the Amazon's dark backwaters. In slow oxbow lakes and flooded forests, where the water is the color of tea and fallen trees break the surface, a large black caiman can look like nothing more than a drifting log or a strip of shadow along the bank. By day, it lies almost motionless, its rough skin blending with roots and mud, its eyes just above the surface. At night, it begins to move, sliding through narrow channels with barely a ripple. Fish near the surface, river birds sleeping on low branches, capybaras and monkeys that come to drink. Even smaller caimans and other predators can all be taken in a sudden rush from below. Most of the struggle happens out of sight, under dark water. What makes the black caiman such a unique predator is not only its size, but its position. In many quiet corners of the basin, it is the one hunter that can genuinely threaten almost every other large animal that steps to the water's edge, turning what looks like a calm forest pond into the most dangerous place in the landscape. The second predator on this list trades armor for coils and patience: the green anaconda. Where the black caiman lies on top of the water like a log, the anaconda disappears into it, becoming part of the mud and weeds in swamps, flooded grasslands, and slow creeks. This snake is one of the heaviest in the world, but it does not chase its prey across open ground. It waits half buried in silt or floating plants until something crosses an invisible line: a capybara easing into the shallows, a heron stepping between reeds, a young caiman drifting close. Then it explodes into motion, grabbing with its jaws and throwing thick coils around the animal in a single, crushing movement. The fight that follows is short and mostly hidden below the surface, the water turning every kick and twist into slow, tiring effort. In the right place, a large green anaconda can overpower prey as big as deer-sized mammals or mid-sized caimans. Its hunting style makes it unique among Amazon predators: a semi-aquatic ambush constrictor that uses the weight and cover of water as part of its grip, turning quiet, weed-filled pools into traps few other snakes on Earth can match. High above the anaconda pools and caiman ponds, A very different hunter patrols the canopy, the harpy eagle. In the tangled roof of the forest, this bird moves more like a flying big cat than a typical sky hunter. It is one of the most powerful eagles alive, with legs as thick as a person's wrist and claws as long as a large knife. Its wings are broad and relatively short, and its tail is long, all shaped for tight turns between trunks instead of long glides in open sky. A harpy spends long stretches perched quietly on a hidden branch, watching the maze of leaves and branches below for the small movements of monkeys, sloths, and other tree dwellers. When it finally attacks, the strike is a short, explosive burst through foliage that ends with talons locking around an animal that may weigh almost as much as the eagle itself. It can rip a monkey straight off a branch and carry it back to a nest high in a giant tree. What makes the harpy eagle such a unique predator is this specialization. It is not a general bird of prey that happens to live in the forest, but a primate hunter built to control the middle layer of the Amazon, filling a role almost no other raptor in the world can match. Along the quieter-looking stretches of the Amazon's rivers, the giant otter hunts as if the water belongs to it. These long, sleek mammals live in tight family groups that travel, rest, and feed together, more like a pack of river wolves than the shy, solitary otters people imagine from cooler climates. As they move, they keep up a constant stream of chirps, whistles, and barks, sounds that hold the group together and warn rivals to stay away. When a shoal of fish panics near the surface, several otters may dive at once from different angles, cutting off escape routes and driving their prey into shallows or against tangled roots. A single fish has little chance when half a dozen fast bodies twist and turn around it. Giant otters are bold enough to steal from piranha shoals and to harass smaller caimans, using speed, teeth, and coordination rather than sheer bulk. Their uniqueness as predators lies in that loud, cooperative style. In a rainforest where most large aquatic hunters work alone and in silence, the giant otter stands out as a social, highly visible force that can reshape the life of an entire stretch of river. In the murkiest waters of the Amazon, where eyes are almost useless, the electric eel turns hunting into an electrical problem instead of a visual one. Despite its name, it is not a true eel, but a kind of knife fish, long and flexible, living in floodplains, still channels and muddy pools where the water is cloudy and often low in oxygen. Here, many predators would struggle to find or chase prey they cannot see. But the electric eel builds a map of its surroundings by sending out weak electric pulses and feeling how the field bends around plants, stones, and moving bodies. When it closes in on a fish or small mammal, it can suddenly switch from gentle signals to powerful bursts, strong enough to stun its target through the water. Sometimes it curls its body around the animal to focus the current. A prey animal that might dodge teeth or claws cannot dodge a wave of electricity that runs through everything around it. Very few predators anywhere use electricity both to sense and to subdue their prey. That double use of power makes the electric eel one of the most unusual and unique hunters in the Amazon's freshwater world. On the trunks and roots of the forest, power shrinks to the size of an insect in the form of the bullet ant. For an ant, it is large and strongly built, able to wrestle and bite other invertebrates and small animals. But its real weapon is its sting. People who have felt it compare the pain to being shot, and the throbbing, burning shock can leave a hand or arm almost useless for hours. Bullet ants forage through the understory and up trees, hunting other insects and small creatures, and defending their nests with a level of aggression that few animals of their size can match. A single sting is already a serious warning, but a swarm of angry workers can deliver many stings in a short time, turning a patch of bark or ground into a zone that even much larger animals learn to avoid. In some local cultures, boys wear gloves lined with bullet ants as part of painful coming-of-age rituals, a sign of how extreme the sting is. As predators, they help control other invertebrates, but what makes them uniquely powerful is the mix of intense pain, chemical weapons, and sheer numbers. Through that combination, they shape which animals move where in the forest, not just by killing, but by convincing almost everything else to stay away. When most of the forest has gone dark and even the loudest hunters have settled, the vampire bat turns the night into its own feeding ground. Unlike most bats, which chase insects or search for fruit, this small mammal is specialized almost entirely on blood. It leaves its roost after sunset and uses a mix of echolocation, smell, and a finely tuned sense for heat to find sleeping mammals or birds, often picking spots where blood vessels lie close to the surface of the skin, such as around feet, ears, or faces. On the ground, it moves with a light, careful crawl, using its strong forelimbs to hop and climb without waking its host. With sharp front teeth, it makes a small, neat cut, and then laps the blood that flows out, aided by saliva that keeps it from clotting too quickly. A good feeder can take what it needs and be gone before the animal fully wakes. As a predator, it rarely kills its host outright, but it depends completely on the bodies of other animals for every meal. Almost no other mammal in the world is so deeply adapted to a blood-based diet, and that makes the vampire bat one of the most unique and unsettling hunters in the Amazon night. Seen together, these 7 animals show that there is no single way to be a predator in the Amazon. The black caiman turns still, dark water into a hiding place that can swallow almost any large animal that comes to drink. The green anaconda uses the same flooded world as a network of ambush points, relying on coils and patience instead of speed. High in the canopy, the harpy eagle rules a different layer, built to pull monkeys and sloths straight out of the trees. Along the rivers, giant otters hunt as a loud, coordinated family, turning stretches of water into their own patrolled territory. In the muddiest pools, the electric eel feels and fights with electricity where almost nothing else can see. On trunks and roots, bullet ants show how chemistry and numbers let tiny predators control space far larger than their bodies. And in the night sky, vampire bats slip in and out of the dark, living almost entirely on the blood of other animals. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments. Which predator surprised you the most? Or which part of the Amazon you would most like to visit in a future video? Thanks for watching. And if you want more calm, in-depth stories about animals we cannot keep, cannot save, and cannot control, consider subscribing.